and welcome to today's lesson. I'm your hard-working but indefatigable teacher, Mr. Burton. You will need to watch this video and take notes as you go. You may need to watch certain parts of the video a few times to ensure complete understanding. This is your homework and I will check your notes tomorrow before we get started. I hope you learned something.
Okay, hello and welcome to today's lesson. Today we are looking at the role of marketing, and it's an introduction to what marketing is. Marketing, our definition. Marketing is a task that links the business to the customer, and it does so by identifying and meeting the needs of customers. And again, this has got to be done in a profitable way. To do this, marketing needs to get the right product at the right price, to the right place, at the right time, with promotion to support that. Product, making sure that the right products are supplied to meet the needs and wants of customers. Price, establishing the correct price to balance the needs and wants of consumers with the objectives of the firm, which may be profit maximizing, it could be maximizing market share. Place, we need to find the right distribution channels to get products into the hands of the customers. Those could be an example of a physical store, sales over the internet, perhaps international marketing. And promotion is all about informing customers and potential customers about the product and persuading them to take action, to buy the product. And marketing does this through a range of different processes. So there's market research, product design, pricing, advertising, distribution, customer service and packaging. All of these are different components of marketing which need to be considered. Marketing ties in with other business functions. So marketing is one of the 4 key business functions, and one of the 4 key business functions along with operations management, finance and human resources. Operations management, the marketing and operations department work closely together. So the marketing department are going to use sales forecasts generated from market research to plan and prepare production schedules. The research, development and launch of new products are going to be closely coordinated. Any delays in bringing a product to market may result in poor public perception and lost sales from potential customers and existing customers. Finance, marketing budgets are going to be planned with the finance department. Finance will be looking closely at the costs and revenues of existing products and any potential and the forecasted costs and revenues associated with any new products that are being developed and possibly launched. Credit sales can cause conflict here. That's where customers are not paying cash straight away, but are buying now and paying later. A firm's cash flows and general liquidity can be badly affected by credit sales, especially in the short term. But on the other side, extending credit can increase sales, and this can be incorporated into a possible pricing strategy. Human resources. Now, data obtained by the marketing department can help human resources identify staff that may be needed down the track, and the human resources department can plan accordingly. So for example, the marketing department may well need additional sales staff if they are rolling out a new product and trying to grow market share. Operations may require new workers to staff a new production line in the factory. So if a new product is being launched, there's a new product line being run in the factory, more people are going to have to be hired to staff that. Characteristics of different markets. So a market, the definition here, a market is a place or a process where customers and suppliers trade for a product, a good or a service. Now this is typically done in a shop, but it can be done over the internet or even the telephone. Now the characteristics of a market, what defines a market, will be the size, market size, how quickly that market's growing, if it's growing at all, the competitors in the market, and how how easily a new competitor can come in with a new product and compete in that market. Whether the market is characterized by differentiated or homogeneous products. So homogeneous products, that means the products are the same or identical or very largely similar. So a differentiated market, an example there might be this market for cell phones. So Apple iPhone is a little bit different to the Samsung, which is again different to the other brands of cell phones out there. An identical product, an example there would be electricity. Segmentation, the characteristics of the market. So market size, the total level of sales of all producers within a market, and this can be measured in a few ways, two ways. The volume of sales, that's the number of units of the goods sold, or the value of the goods sold, which will be measured in revenue. So the size of the market is important for three reasons. Marketing manager can assess whether a market is worth entering or not. Is the market large enough to justify the expense of getting into that market? Secondly, firms can calculate their own market share. And thirdly, the marketing department will be able to identify whether the market is growing, how strongly it's growing, or if it's declining and how quickly it's declining. Market growth. This is a percentage change in the total size of a market. Again, volume, number of units, or value, the revenues, over a period of time. Competitors and ease of entry. The number of firms competing directly or indirectly is an important factor in each market. So for example, in the commuter transport market, a bus company is going to face competition from other bus companies, and this will be direct competition, and as well as other transport operators such as commuter rail, taxis, Ubers, etc. And this is indirect. If costs to enter the market are high, the fewer the number of likely competitors there are going to be. Costs are usually determined by intellectual property rights, so things like brands, logos, patents, capital finance, and government regulation. Now, goods can be very different or very similar. A unique selling point is a factor that differentiates the product from its competitors. It could be the lowest cost, the highest quality, or the first ever product of its kind. A USP, unique selling point, can be thought of as what we have that competitors don't. Homogeneous, identical products are goods and services which are physically identical or are viewed that way by consumers. So price, place becomes a competitive advantage here. Segmentation refers to dividing prospective consumers into groups, different groups, segments, that have common needs and are going to respond similar to marketing activities. Market segmentation enables companies to target different groups of consumers who perceive the value of certain products differently from each other. Target marketing, as opposed to mass marketing, we are marketing to a specific segment, a specific group of customers, recognizes the diversity of customers, and doesn't try to satisfy them all with the same good or service. The first step in target marketing is to identify these different market segments and their needs. Market characteristics. There's a difference between marketing goods and marketing services. So a consumer good, it's tangible, you can touch it. It's a tangible physical product marketed to the end user, the consumer. Whereas a consumer service is intangible, you can't touch it. It's something that's done for you. Intangible provision of an activity to end users, to the consumer. Right, tangible goods are often marketed in a different way to intangible consumer services. Managers responsible for selling services such as banking or hotel services have to consider quite a few different factors. Services, they're consumed immediately. You can't buy a haircut and then have that haircut later. So for example, a haircut or a restaurant meal cannot be stored, so empty hotel rooms during the off-peak season may have to be filled by charging much lower prices. Service can't be taken back to be repaired or replaced. So service quality must be right first time. You walk into the hairdresser, you get your hair cut. A bad haircut is not easily fixed. If it's not right each and every time, the customer's not going to return. Consumers are going to find it much more difficult to compare service quality than with manufactured goods. So promotion of services must be informative and detailed about the precise nature of the range and quality of services being offered. Why our haircuts are likely to be better than our competitors' hair services. People must be trained, approachable and helpful. Staff are such an important factor in the successful marketing of services. An iPhone may sell itself due to its innovative features, its mad design, but a cell phone plan requires helpful and informative staff to inform a customer of the features and the value, and then to persuade them to take action and buy the plan that's right for the customer. Market or product orientation. A market orientation, we say this is an outward-looking approach, basing the product designs decisions on the demands of consumers, and do this by taking detailed market research. Product orientation, we say that's an inward-looking approach, and that focuses on making products that can be made. Making products that the company, the business can make or have been made for a long time, and then trying to sell them. We're taking a product and convincing consumers that this is what they want, or being sure that consumers will see this as being what they want. Whereas a market orientation, we're looking at the wants and the needs of consumers, finding out what would suit them, and then designing a product, a marketing mix around that information that we found. So the advantages of market orientation, businesses should be flexible to changes in demand pattern. The business, through market research, will have a strong understanding of the needs of the customer, and new products should have a greater chance of success. There are disadvantages. There's a high cost to market research, good market research which will provide a good understanding of the market. There's going to be constant internal change as the needs of the market are met. Consumers' needs and wants are going to be changing, so the products and the marketing mix is going to have to change and adapt. Unpredictability of the future, especially from the point of view of staff, and there will be abandonment of earlier products which may have entailed a considerable investment. Product orientation. The advantage here is that firms can focus on internal quality, make sure it's top notch. Technological investment can be applied to a wide range of products. Economies of scale can more easily occur, and it allows the outsourcing of production, so the firm can become essentially a design house, such as Apple is today. Disadvantages. Changes in the structure of the markets will not be responded to, or will be responded to too slowly. So fashion and taste are not accounted for in the product mix, and technology applied can easily be left behind. Technology can become obsolete pretty quickly. So in conclusion, constant feedback from consumers. This market research is never actually ending. It's an ongoing process. Always surveying and researching potential customers for what they want. The constant feedback is going to allow the product and how it's marketed to be adapted to changing taste before it's too late and before competitors get there first. Social marketing.
Show me.
The marketing concept focuses on developing products that meet the needs and wants of the consumer. But in today's connected and informed world, some consumers want more. They want businesses to be socially responsible. The societal marketing concept assumes that a company has a competitive advantage if it applies the marketing concept in a way that helps improve society's well-being. It's a modified version of the marketing concept. Its principal components include a market orientation, an integrated marketing approach, a focus on consumer and society needs, a value-based philosophy, and an organizational goal orientation. Companies today are expected to be good citizens instead of just trying to turn a profit. Therefore, they need to build societal considerations into their marketing if they want to be successful. For example, a local grocery store chain that employs a large number of the community's high school students may offer a scholarship program to help those students attend college. This is good marketing for the company. It shows its involvement in the community and its commitment to improve society as a whole. Customers are more likely to spend their money there, knowing that some of the profits come back to their community. Many companies, as part of adopting the societal marketing concept, partner with nonprofit organizations to engage in cause-related marketing. Cause-related marketing is the integration of a not-for-profit organization into a for-profit company's marketing plan. For instance, a car company may advertise that it will donate $1 to a cancer research foundation for every mile driven during test drives. This strategy makes the car company look socially involved and encourages consumers to test drive their cars and maybe even buy one to help support a good cause. Sometimes, companies that subscribe to the societal marketing concept find themselves in a position where they need to engage in the demarketing of their own product. Demarketing is a marketing strategy purposely designed to reduce the demand for a product that may have created societal problems. For example, one of the largest tobacco companies in the United States encourages consumers to visit its website to find information about cigarette ingredients, the serious effects of smoking, and even how to quit smoking. In effect, the company is asking its own target market to buy less of its products or to stop buying them altogether. Demarketing for potentially harmful products, such as cigarettes and alcohol, demonstrates social concern on the part of the company and can help diffuse public scrutiny of its products and practices. Societal marketing and demarketing are two sides of the same coin. In a society where consumers are well informed, these kinds of marketing strategies can make or break a company.
Okay, social marketing, a strategy that many companies are using today. Social marketing. The approach considers not only the demands of consumers but also the effects on all members of society, and they're involved in some way when firms meet these demands. So for example, the Body Shop promises not to support animal testing of its product and purchases its supplies from sustainable sources produced in non-environmentally damaging ways. Commercial marketing is satisfying customer needs for profit. Social marketing has the following implications, and it's an attempt to balance three concerns. So we've got the company's profits, we've got consumer wants, and we've got society's concerns as well. And trying to find a balance between all three of those. Now there may be a difference between the short-term consumer wants, for example low prices, and long-term consumer and society welfare, protecting the environment and being able to pay workers a reasonable wage. Social marketing considers long-term welfare. Businesses should still aim to identify consumer needs and wants and to satisfy these more efficiently than competitors do, but with social marketing they're doing so in a way which makes consumers and society's welfare better. Using this concept could give a business a significant competitive advantage Many consumers prefer to purchase products from a business that is seen to be socially responsible. And a social marketing strategy, if successful, can lead to the firm being able to charge a higher price for its products, as benefiting society becomes a unique selling point of the firm. Market share.
Show me.
Market share is calculated by taking a company's sales over a period and dividing it by the total sales of the industry over the same period. This metric is used to give a general idea of the size of a company or segment of a company to its market and its competitors. Gaining market share is easier in a growing market than in a more mature one. Increasing market share in a mature market involves taking customers away from competitors, which is expensive because it involves changing customers' regular buying habits. It is much easier to increase market share in a growing market because new customers are entering the picture, ready to buy and try new products. Companies usually try to increase market share with a defined strategy combining effective marketing campaigns and expansion of stores or distributors. SmartTech Incorporated sells one product, the new water and fire-resistant smartphone. If the total market for smartphones throughout the smartphone industry is $2 billion in sales per year, and SmartTech sales of smartphones are $500 million, then SmartTech Incorporated has a 25% market share of the smartphone industry, $500 million of $2 billion. If the smartphone market grows to $3 billion, SmartTech needs to increase its sales to $750 million in order to maintain its 25% market share.
Market share. We find market share by dividing a firm's sales revenue by the industry's sales revenue and multiplying it by 100 because it's a percentage. So market share, the percentage of sales in a total market sold by one business. Market leadership. This is when a business has the highest market share of all firms that operate in that market. So in this example, Firm A is the market leader. It has the largest share of sales. Now, benefits of having a great market share and market leadership. So sales are higher than those of a competing business in the same market, and this could lead to higher profits too. It doesn't necessarily lead to higher profits, but it could. Retailers are keen to stock and promote the best-selling brands, and the best-selling brands are likely to be given the most prominent position within shops, which will in turn lead to more sales. As shops are keen to stock their product, it might be sold to them with a lower discount rate. So for example, 10% instead of the 15% cut that the shop would normally take. The combination of this factor and the highest sales level should lead to high profitability for the producer of the leading brand, the market leader. The fact that an item or brand is a market leader can be used in advertising and other promotional material. Consumers are often keen to buy the most popular brands. Market leaders are often in a strong bargaining position with both suppliers and retailers. Suppliers will want to continue long-term supply contracts, not only for the revenue this generates for them, but also as a factor they can promote to other potential customers. Look, we make these screens for the Apple iPhone. Perhaps you consider using the same screens, same glass, the same technology in your cell phones. Retailers will know customers will be disappointed if the product is not stocked as well. Recruitment of high-class employees is often easier for market-leading businesses, as people would rather work for winners than unsuccessful businesses. Financing can also become easier if investors and banks become convinced that the status of being market leader with the highest market share adds to the stability and profit potential for the business. Marketing objectives. Marketing objectives are the goals set for the marketing department to help the business achieve its overall objectives. Marketing strategy, a long-term plan established for achieving the marketing objectives which have been set. The long-term objectives of the company will have a significant impact on both the marketing objectives and marketing strategy adopted. A business with clear short-term profit targets will be focusing on maximizing the current sales at the highest price possible, whereas a business with the longer-term objectives, which may include both profitability as well as the achievement of goals of social responsibility, may adopt a social marketing approach. Common marketing objectives: increase sales revenue, higher market share, market leadership, developing new products, and getting a better brand perception with customers and potential customers. Now, why marketing objectives are important? By setting marketing objectives, we're going to provide a sense of direction for the marketing department. Progress can be monitored against its target which is set. These targets can be broken down into regional and product sales targets to allow for management by objectives. They also form the basis of the marketing strategy. These marketing objectives will have a crucial impact on the marketing strategies adopted. So without a clear vision of what the business hopes to achieve for its products, it'll be pointless discussing how it should market them.